Well, how's it going, guys? Well, all of our power went out a little while ago. Hasn't come back on. So, about a year ago, I made this little setup to where it comes out and goes into the house in case of like a hurricane or power outage or whatnot. So, I thought maybe I'd show it to you actually working. Let's go inside and take a look. So behind the fridge, I added this plug, which is going out to the garage to the power inverter, and this is the regular house plug. So now, with all the power out, we actually have the fridge hooked up. And on the other side, we have the deep freeze. See, and nothing's working. I did the same thing. There's the house plug, and right next to it is the solar plug, or the power inverter plug. So now my freezer is on. Unfortunately, this refrigerator isn't set up for it. I might have to run an extension cord for it. But let's go back to the garage. Okay. So what's crazy is it's starting to go down a little bit. The sun. It's still a bright day, but it's way over there. It's not even up high anymore. And I'm just getting a little bit of charge here. But I am only pulling this much power. It says 117 watts because I'm pretty sure not both of those devices are running at the same time. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Sitting at 84 volts on the panels. But anyway, this is the first time I've actually got to test that out to see if it's going to work. So let's see how long the power stays off. And as soon as the power comes back on, I'll start recording again and we'll see how things are going. And my little fan kicked on. This has been pretty warm all day. So anyway, stay tuned. I'll be right back. All right, well, I thought I'd show you a little more. There's the panels up there. I'm only running the monos. Those Harbor Freight panels aren't connected to anything because they're really not doing anything anymore. And of course the turbine's not connected to anything. So that's what I have for solar coming in to charge the batteries. Okay. All right, well, I just noticed pulling about 300 watts now. I don't know if both units are running or not, or if just one of them is. But fan just kicked on here. I've been running garage lights all day with this anyway. See, right here, I have garage lights. So I have lights coming off of this inverter right here. I got a little breaker for it. But I don't want to burn up the batteries on that. I want to see how long I can keep these fridges going. So if this goes up, I'll let you know. Sorry this video's all over the place, but hey, you know, I'm excited. Hey. So it's been a half an hour. It's about 6:34. And I plugged this in at 6:02. Pulling a little bit more power now. I don't know why these fluctuate like that. So I go to the highest, 357 watts. And the freezer had come on and it stayed on. And the fridge, it's one of those dual compressor fridges, one for the freezer, one for the fridge. I don't know if they're both on. I've been waiting to see if this was going to jump up any higher, but it hasn't. So it's only been 30 minutes. I'm not getting much solar right now, which is fine. This is basically for like at nighttime to see how long these batteries would last. This is not an ideal setup. 2 marine batteries and 2 car batteries. These 2 are in series for 24, 2 in series 24 parallel. I've had it like that for a while. I haven't had any issues, but I guess this will tell me what kind of issue. That battery doesn't work. I think it's got a dead cell because every morning I wake up, it's like 11.5 volts and nothing's even connected to it. I put a little charger on it a couple of days ago, and it doesn't really do a whole lot. So anyway, just updating this. It jumped up a little bit. I'll keep you informed and let you know what's going on. All right, man. Thanks. Be right back. Well, it's almost been 2 hours. I was forced to get an extension cord and plug in the third refrigerator. And that's what we're pulling out. The battery is still good. 24.5 volts. That's under a load. So once the fridge kicks off, it'll probably be all right. This inverter is going to shut off at 20.5 volts, and that's going to be devastating to the batteries, I'm sure. But you know what? This is what it's all about. We're going to test it out and see what happens. So hopefully one of them refrigerators will shut off here in a minute. It won't be pulling so much. That's just an update. It's been just about 2 hours, and of course there's no sun left. It's setting way back in there somewhere, so there's no more charge coming in. As you can see right there, it's zeroed out. So anyway, AEP sent out a thing on Facebook saying maybe by midnight. So let's see how this works out. All right, I'll be back shortly. Well, we're at the 3-hour mark. Been pretty steady at that power consumption. It's just after 9 o'clock. It's about 9:10 actually. We're doing pretty good. I kind of penciled in this. I can't really see that, can you? Penciled in this chart I found online and just kind of drew it on here. So, but we're under a load. Still going. I don't know. The inverter says, well, I'll have to tell you because the light is 24.2 on the inverter. It says 24.2 there, 24 there, and 24.4 on there. Well, we'll see how long this lasts. It's a 3-hour update. I'll keep you posted. Something flying around. All right, so it's been 3.5 hours, and the power just came back on. Okay, but I am not going to disconnect this. I've got too much time invested to see what this thing is going to do. So we're at 24.3 there, 24.1 there. What we got here? So we're at 24.2, we're at 50%. But, you know, we're under a load, so if the load stops, the voltage will go back up a little bit. I don't really know if we should be reading the battery voltage while it's under a load or when all the loads stop and the voltage kind of climbs back up and we'll read that voltage. But anyway, I think we're pretty good. Like I said, this thing's going to shut off at 21 volts. And I'm just going to let it run for about 3 more hours and just see what happens. That'll give me about 6 hours, 6.5, 7 hours of time. And we'll see what happens. I got 1 freezer and 2 refrigerators running. And this is the perfect time to test this. Even though the power came back on, I'm going to leave this on the way I have it set up, as if the power is not on, and see how long it lasts. So, all right. Okay, so we're 5 hours in. The MT50 has a little face there. It's not too happy. We're at 23.7 over here. And we're way below 50%. So this is where I'm going to shut it off. Thank goodness that the power came back on, because I don't think my little tiny battery bank would keep 3 refrigerators going. But that's where we're at, and still pulling some power here. But anyway, finally got to use it for the first time in an emergency situation, and I got about 5.5 hours out of it. It could probably go a little bit longer, but I'm pretty sure the batteries would not like that, especially since my little smiley guy is not smiling anymore. But anyway, there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.